Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, for real.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Not everyone needs to be famous. Think of all the stupid sons of bitches we've made famous in the past year. Now extend that time frame out to like 5 years, and then 10 years on top of that. This picture starts to get morbid very quickly. We have far too many stupid famous people. Not everyone needs to be famous. Some people should just work a job. Other people should just work a business. And some people just shouldn't be heard from. Not everyone needs to have a platform or an audience, because when everyone has a platform and an audience, this shit gets doled down quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's why you can't scroll on TikTok without getting sold a fucking plasma gun. Fame is something that I feel like we value far too highly in this society of ours. You can tell a lot about a society in terms of who the people admire the most. In American culture, the people that get the most admiration are usually, athletes, entertainers, actors, comedians, famous people. And because these people get the most admiration and they happen to be famous, everyone then aspires to be like them, which is to be famous. People these days don't really look up to actors and entertainers and shit as much as they used to. These days it's more TikTok stars. Oh, you have a lot of followers on Instagram. Can I suck your dick? A lot of people these days want to be famous who just do not need to be famous. They simply don't. The algorithms we have on these platforms reward posts that have the most engagement. Engagement means people are commenting. People don't comment when they see something that makes them happy. They usually comment when they see something that makes them angry. Therefore, if you say something that pisses a bunch of people off, or if you're really good at pissing a bunch of people off, voila, fame. Shout out Charlie Kirk. Far, 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 far too many people are famous who should not be. The amount of dumb people we've made famous, the amount of talentless people we've made famous. And then the worst part, the part that actually kind of makes me mad a little bit, is the fact that we'll make talentless people famous. They'll get into the industry, they'll start to get exposed to actually talented people, and they'll start to naturally pick up some of that talent through osmosis just from fucking being around them. And then all of a sudden, people will start being like, wow, he really grew. Oh, she really got better at singing or dancing or whatever the fuck she's doing. And now everyone's like, wow, she really was talented this whole time. No, motherfucker. Listen, if my best friend is Michael Jackson, eventually I'm going to become a better singer. That's just how that works. Dude, the amount of talent in this world that just goes completely unnoticed because we are just constantly inebriated by idiots. It's honestly like kind of sad. A really, really talented breakdancer, right, who posts his breakdancing clips on TikTok. Yeah, if he gets lucky, he might get like one TikTok that gets like 1 million views or whatever. But most of his shit is gonna be washed over by Sophie Rain, by fucking, I don't know, who's someone that's stupid? The dude who does the cutting board shit with the one earbud in. What the fuck is that about? Shit, the homeless guy I walked past on the subway who was singing and had a cup of change fucking sat next to him is a far better singer than I could ever hope to be. Why isn't that guy famous? He's not famous because he didn't make any snide remarks about black people. That's why.
You make me bad. You make me bad. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
The real reason we see a lot, like an influx of people wanting to be influencers or YouTubers or TikTok stars or make money online, the reason why we see a lot of young kids who, when you ask them, what do you want to do when you grow older, instead of saying be an astronaut or be a basketball player or whatever, they say, I want to be a YouTuber. The reason why we see all this is because of the economy. It's actually kind of sad when you think about it. So I'll break it down for you. Not everyone wants to be famous because they feel like they have this unique talent that they should share with the world. I think most of the people who want to be famous because of the fact that what the fuck else are they going to do? You know, the job market sucks, the economy sucks, the dollar has lost damn near all of its value. Moving up the corporate ladder seems like a dream that's not even a thing anymore. Starting your own business, okay, well, if you start your own business, you need to have a social media presence, so we're back to square one anyway. But if you become a YouTuber, if you become a Twitch streamer, if you become a TikToker, you can make money wherever you want, and you can make a lot of it. And that's what people see. They see these creators, the success stories. You see, you know, the Jinxies, you see the people on TikTok, you see the, you know, Charli D'Amelio's, who got rich off of their fame. And they got fame from, you know, being mid. Exception goes to Jinxie because I like him and I think he's good. But when you see people who you view as average making all of this money off of literally just turning on a camera and talking, why wouldn't you try the same thing? You'd be dumb not to. Every time a creator pauses a video because they have an ad break, because they have a sponsor, that reinforces in your mind, if you're an audience member, that, oh, this nigga's making some money. Making money online through your phone, through just opening your camera app and talking, that sounds very appeasing, especially when the job market is ass, especially when the average income is less than $40,000 a year, but a house, the average house price is like $600,000. When everything else sucks, you know, you might as well, you know, try your hand at recording a video. Tripods don't cost that much. That's why everyone wants to be an influencer. It's because of the economy. They think this is free money, easy money. I'll buy a webcam, buy the mic. That's why they focus on the gear aspect of it instead of, you know, the creative aspect of it. What is the lowest dollar amount I can put in before I can start getting my advertisements coming in, before I can start making money so I can quit this fucking security job at Allied Universal that I hate? Shout out to Allied Universal. So there you go. That's the reason why. The reason why we have such an influx of people who want to be famous isn't necessarily because they just want to be famous. It's because there's no money to be made anywhere else. They see through their phones a whole life that is possible because all these other people are living it. All these other people that are, like I said, not very talented, pretty normal, pretty average, and yet they're raking in all these views and raking in all this money. So the average Joe thinks, hey, why don't I try that? And that average Joe then inspires other average Joes to follow him, and he's following her, and she's following Bad Baby. They're looking to support themselves. It's survival. That's what it is. That's why you have such an influx of people on TikTok trying to be creators, wanting fame, wanting attention, wanting views, because when everything else fails, what else do you have to turn to except trying to emulate what you see other people do? The job market's terrible, the economy's terrible, the dollar is crashing, the US government is collapsing. That's what's going on. That's the reason why everyone wants to be a star these days, is because there's no money to be made anywhere else. And there's a bunch of money to be made online if you're good at it, or if you're really, really, really bad at it. Either one of those extremes can make you money. So the people who are ass, instead of trying to aspire to become better, more creative, better thought out videos, better planned out script, better lighting, better editing, better storytelling, whatever. Instead of doing that, we'll just fall to racism or some shit. I don't know, just start making people upset. But there's a problem here, because all these people who are creating content, or, oh, I'm a content creator. No, you're not. First of all, the word content pisses me off, because you're commodifying an art form. Like, it's like selling a painting. You know, you don't really give a fuck about the painting part, you just want to sell it. And that's what a lot of these people are doing. They're just commodifying art. By saying I'm a content creator, what you're saying is, yeah, I just go online, I see what other people are doing, and I try to replicate it. Maybe add my own little spin to it, which is just I say this word instead of saying this word, or I'm black instead of being white. Yeah, content is just, to me, such a weird, icky word. I can't stand it, because when you turn on the camera and you do this stuff, when you try to engage in art in any sort of way, you're supposed to be authentic. You're supposed to be yourself. You're supposed to try to make it good to the best of your ability, even if you're ass, right? But it's at least supposed to be authentic. I'm okay with something being ass, but if it's not authentic and it's ass, I can't excuse that behavior. And that's what I see when I go online, when I go on TikTok, when I go on YouTube, I see inauthentic ass. That's what I see. Because everyone's trying to copy everyone else. They're trying to see what formula gets me the most clicks, or what style gets me the most retention, so that I can make the most money, because I can't get a job anywhere else, because the job market sucks, the wages suck, the economy sucks, and prices are far too high. That's why you see everyone doing, all these 20v1 challenges, pop the balloon challenges, all these fucking vlogs. Do we really need another fucking vlogger? Get ready with me. Come with me to do this. I went out and did this. And it's like, cool. Those are cool concepts if you do them in a new, fresh, unique way, but you're not. You're just fucking turning on a camera and talking and going about your day, and maybe going to Starbucks. Like, what the fuck am I watching? That's why all these people have such snappy, quick editing, because they're not actually unique, because they're not supposed to be famous, right? They don't really have anything to say. They're just shills. They're just trying to make as much money as they can, as quickly as they can. So it's not fun to watch. That's why YouTube's so ass these days, because nobody's doing anything unique. They're just copying Mr. Beast, and they're copying Mr. Beast because they can't get a job anywhere else, because the job market sucks. Again, I can't stress that enough. But yeah, all these people, I'm a content creator. It's like, fuck off. What are you talking about? If you're gonna try to be a YouTuber or try to do digital content or make all this stuff, at least be unique. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta be good, just be unique. Fuck. Because at least if you're unique, you have that to fall back on. People will like you for that. Not everyone needs to be famous, and that's a very simple thing. I think that's something we can all agree on. You might be asking yourself, well, why are you doing this? Why are you on YouTube? Don't you want to be famous? Because if you're famous, then that means your videos get more views, and if you get more views, that means you start earning money. You're put a pin in that, because look, I understand the hypocrisy here of me calling out people aspiring to be YouTubers and shit, as I am an aspiring YouTuber. I get it. I understand I'm being a hypocrite. But my counter argument to that would be, shut up. No, but look, the difference between me and the people that I'm talking about is I'm actually trying. Like, I'm not trying to be the same. You don't see me doing any 20v1s or any pop the balloon challenges. It's not because I don't have access to a bunch of people. It's not because I don't have a giant contact base. That's not why. The difference between me and these people is the fact that I view this as an art form. I view this as an expression. I don't see this as a cash grab. I've said it before on my channel, I'll say it again. I don't really give a fuck if I never make it. I'm fully okay with that. I'll just go work a job. It's not that big a deal to me. Or I'll just flee the country, go to Cuba, because I like this shit. Regardless if I get paid or not, I like doing this. I like trying to see how artistic I can be. I like the whole process. I like the recording process. I like editing. I like publishing it, even though I don't do that as much. But yeah, man, no, if you want to do this stuff, by all means, you can do it. I'm not gonna knock your, rain on your parade or anything. But all I'm saying, just try to be different. Just try to be different, that's all. Try to be unique. Don't do the same shit everyone else is doing just because you think it's gonna get more clicks. That's gay. Don't do that stuff. Now, I don't claim to know what this world needs, but I sure as shit know what it doesn't. And that's another motherfucker with a podcast. Listen, if you really, truly know deep down that you want to do this stuff, then do it. Don't let me stop you. All I'm saying is try to know why you're starting before you start. Are you doing this because you actually love it? Or are you doing this for the potential profit? Do you actually have something to say? Or are you just another grifter? Not everyone needs to be famous. And that's okay. If everyone was a YouTuber or a podcaster or a TikTok star, then who would make my Big Mac? People who don't aspire to fame and instead are content living a simple life are some of the most noble motherfuckers I can think of. Life isn't about becoming famous. Life's about finding your purpose. And if you think your purpose is behind a stove or behind a canvas or behind a mop, then go for it. Fuck Kai Cenat, become a janitor. My final message to you is this. If you don't want to do these things, then don't do them. Not everyone needs to be driving a Ferrari. Some people like waiting for the bus. Thanks for watching. This shit is good as hell.